D404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Marlo's Corner, Trey X, and the whole block fam. Y'all haven't subscribed to Marlo's Corner or Marlo's Corner 2. Go over there and subscribe, please. You know Trey X is going to call a frog out of well come this weekend for the Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz heavyweight showdown, the rematch. All right, so just to segue right on into that topic, I was looking at an article on Boxing Scene just a few minutes ago where Luis Ortiz is now saying he was not knocked out by Deontay Wilder, that he was completely fatigued, and that was the reason for the stoppage. Okay, so we all know that was the narrative being pushed, along with you know, Wilder being saved by the ref in round 7, and then at the start of round 8 because the ref sent the ring doctor wanted to take a look at Wilder before he let him proceed with the 8th round. And I've said in the past, right after this fight happened, and I'll say it again, right after that fight happened, and I'll say it again, that everyone who is complaining that Ortiz was, that Wilder was saved by the doctor or the ref would not have had a complaint had the ref or doctor stopped the fight at the beginning of the 8th round. If they'd have said, no, they don't like what they see in Wilder's eyes and waved the fight off, those people wouldn't complain. So they shouldn't complain that they actually stopped to take a look at him to consider waving the fight off, which is what they done. It wasn't about giving Wilder more time, because those few seconds would have made a difference anyway. If he was out of it, he'd have been out of it once Ortiz landed another shot. All right? So all of that being said, when it comes to the point of the actual stoppage in the 10th round where Ortiz got caught, him and Wilder exchanged big shots. Ortiz took the worst of it, and Wilder realized and came right back, like Wilder just came to life and went to put some hurt on Ortiz. Okay? Luis Ortiz went down. He got back up, and it got dropped either once or twice more. I remember the uppercut was the last shot. Ortiz hit his knee, just fell to his knees, and it was over. You know, and prior to that, he was on his knees slobbing out of the mouth. So that fight had to be stopped for the safety of Luis Ortiz, for the sanctity of boxing and boxing. It wouldn't have made sense to allow that man to continue taking a beating like that. Had that fight been allowed to continue, Luis Ortiz may not be fighting right now. Or may have never fought again. Who knows? I mean, you saw how long Chris Arreola took a break after his fight with Wilder. I feel like this is in bad taste for Luis Ortiz to be coming out saying such things, just like he was saying or allegedly said Wilder's a dirty fighter. You know, it's like Wilder fought this man the first time and didn't have to, when the guy who he was a mandatory to, Anthony Joshua, wouldn't allow him to get a shot. Wilder stepped up and said, okay, while they're playing games, I'll give you a shot. Ortiz initially failed that drug test for the possible masking agent, but was ruled that he was under doctor's care taking blood pressure medication, which isn't rare. So he was replaced by Bermain Stavern, who was Wilder's mandatory. And after Wilder knocked him out, he went right back to that Ortiz fight and said, okay, I still want that fight. Wilder could have said, okay, I tried to fight this guy, he failed the test, so I'm out. But instead, Wilder went to his fight, watched him fight. I think it was Daniel Marks called the fight. And right after that, they went back and forth, and, you know what I'm saying, eventually that fight got made. Again, Wilder stopped him and then basically said that anybody that beats Luis Ortiz has an automatic title shot at his WBC title. There were basically no comers, no challengers. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz went out and fought some guys that he had to look for as opponents. And Wilder still came right back around, gave him a rematch after Ortiz went 3-0 in his fights after Wilder, knocking out 2 of them. And going the distance with Christian Hammer while dominating. And here we are today. But I think all of this talk about I wasn't stopped, I wasn't KO'd or whatever. Okay, technically he wasn't unconscious, but that was a righteous stoppage. I mean, that was a very righteous knockout, and there was no other way for that fight to end at that point. There was no, let's see if he can make it through the 10th round and see how he looked coming out into the 11th. I mean, what happened was what should have happened. And if fatigue played a part in it, that very well may be the case, but that wasn't why the fight was stopped. The fight was stopped because of the punishment Luis Ortiz was taking. You know, so that was a righteous KO stoppage, TKO, whichever they ruled it. It was the right call to make in that situation. But that's all I got to say on it. I look forward to this fight. And I don't look forward to hearing Luis Ortiz make any more excuses. Nor do I look forward to hearing the loser of this fight, no matter who it is, making excuses at the conclusion of the fight. It's D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC and Marlo's Corner once again. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.